Namaskaram. Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 55th sloka. In this sloka, Krishna explains how bhaktas can know him, how can they understand him and his attributes. How do we realize him? What is the philosophical way to realize him? Then, how do we reach him? So, this is what explained by Lord Krishna in this sloka. So, he mentions about para bhakti. That para bhakti is the supreme stage of bhakti. We become humble, and the simple way of showing our devotion to God, and we don't have anything other than devotion in our mind. Our love is towards God alone. Our devotion is only to God, nothing else in our mind. So at that state of mind, we call it para bhakti or para devotion. So recently we had Margazhi month, Goddess Andal. She stood as a representative of para bhakti, and through her 30 pasurams, Tirupavai, she showed us the way to prepare ourselves through Bhakti Marg. How to prepare ourselves in Bhakti Marg and attain the moksha, or to merge with Paramatma, Jivatma merging with Paramatma. For that we should remove all our tamas, rajas, gunam. What are those gunas? Arrogance, selfishness, ego, pride, and attachment towards materials, and desires, and greediness. So all negative attitudes to be removed. Only then we can promote ourselves. It is like a ladder. How jnanis, they develop the knowledge of self, Atma Jnanam. Then they reach the Brahman realization. Then with the other step of, that is the next upper step of bhakti, they merge with Paramatma, that is union with Paramatma. So the ladder is shown to us by Lord Krishna. So people like us, that is we are not jnanis, we are leading our daily life, that is we are taking our karma, that is we are living with our karmas, and we are developing bhakti towards Krishna. What is our procedure? So how do we go up the ladder? How do we promote ourselves to the stage of para bhakti? You will be doing first step as removing all the negative attitudes from us, then adding bhakti, devotion to your mind, and keep the God's form and name in your mind by chanting his nama and doing puja, visiting temples. So you keep listening about him, about his glories, about his attributes. Then you will not have anything in any other disturbances in your mind. So you reach that pure heart, that is purified heart. Then you are eligible to go up and you realize the Bhagavan. So once you realize Bhagavan through Bhakti Marga, then you are setting the goal to be with him. So you are merging with him. So that is the goal of everyone. We have taken the human form after many births. So that should be our goal. to attain God, and God is the final destination for us. So, for that, the first step is removal of all negative attitudes. Like how jnanis do that, they attain the knowledge of self, Atma Jnanam, then Brahman Jnanam, then Bhakti, then they reach God. So, we are also having the steps like step 1, step 2, step 3, and we go up with all these tools. So, when you say jnanam, jnanam is the basic knowledge of the Lord. So, that is very, very essential. We should know about Him. And jnanam is the fruit of bhakti. So, the intellect, jnanam, bhakti, these three are interlinked. So, with the intellect, we add bhakti and we get jnanam as the product. So, when you say bhakti or devotion, it is love to God and not to anything. So, that we should be very sure of it. You don't have anything else in our mind, only thinking on God and paying love, devotion only to God. Then we reach that para devotion, that is para bhakti. That is a supreme devotion to God. At that stage, we comprehend truly God and understand. We understand His essential tributes and glories. So that takes us further. So the supreme devotion clears our mind. So nothing other than God in our mind. So the mind is purified. So that helps us to climb the steps in the ladder. Our mind and body have got limitations. So we feel sometimes, how can we climb up with these limitations? We can. How can we do that? By going through Bhakti Marga. By thinking of God in our mind and surrendering ourselves to God. So everything is God for us, and we Jivatma, Paramatma. If Paramatma lives in every Jivatma, and we can think Jivatma is part of Paramatma. Jivatma is in Paramatma. So one of the Upanyasakas, A.P.N. Swami, he mentioned that when you keep sieve with full of water, you find water goes away from that. That is, it pours down. If you keep that sieve inside the vessel which has got water, then you find water stays in the sieve. So that is Jivatma, and Jivatma is in Paramatma. So this is how we understand. This is a philosophical way of understanding Bhagavan. So He is there in everything, and He is in everybody, and He is everywhere. So that is the basic, the fundamental knowledge we should have. So we realize that and we merge with Him. So that to reach that realization, we should go through all these processes. We should understand Him. We should know His glories. We should know His attributes. For that, we need to accumulate knowledge. So how do we accumulate knowledge? By reading scriptures, by chanting slokas, and keeping our mind pure. That is very, very important. So that is what said in this sloka. So Bhagavan says, through para bhakti, you can understand me. You know my attributes, and you know the truth. What is truth? What is permanent? The eternal is only Paramatma. So we understand that, and we prepare ourselves in that path. So how is it relevant to daily life? Our life becomes smooth. because we are removing all the negative attitudes from us. So, we get the attitude of accommodating people, tolerance, accommodating people, inclusiveness. We don't show any discrimination among people because we are looking at everyone as Atma. So, no one is superior, no one is inferior. And we try to include everyone in our circle. So, things go very smoothly and we don't find any differentiation. Then naturally, there is togetherness. So, in that way, the society is benefited. When you understand the sloka, naturally you prepare yourself to be a part of the society. That is, you live and you let others live. So, it is very essential for coexisting. So, in that way, this sloka is very relevant to our daily life. So, let us practice this. So, Bhagavad Gita is a manual for our daily life. Thank you.